An exciting summer of Kiwi Motorsport shifts into gear right now. We are in the mighty Waikato, just 50 k's north of Hamilton, only an hour's drive south of Auckland. Round 2 of the Repco NextGen NZ Championship. The Met Service says we can expect highs of 27 degrees today, 24 right now. Westerly winds developing during the day, but it is absolutely perfect to enjoy all of the great things on offer in this region, from the variety of walking trails, mountain tracks, cycling, fantastic food. It is the home of the Hobbiton movie set and the world-class motorsport and entertainment complex that we greet you from today. Kia ora everybody, Greg Rust, Rihanna Crean and Ronan Murphy with you for the Allied Petroleum Hampton Downs International. Qualifying is just moments away for the headline act, the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Trophy. Ree, welcome to you. You are excited to be a part of this. It's going to be good, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks, Rusty. Good morning to everybody. It's so exciting. I'm a rookie in this series. My first time at Hampton Downs, my first time being part of this summer series, and I can't wait to get it started. We don't have to wait very long till we see action on track. Ronan,
we are live on YouTube, so people joining us from all corners of the globe, but a special good morning and welcome. I'm not sure what time it is there at the moment, so maybe late at night, those of you watching in Finland, and there's a good reason for that.
Yeah, two-time World Rally Champion, obviously Kalle Rovanperä is here, so it's going to be exciting to see how he goes in his first or maiden championship in Formula cars here in New Zealand.
Looking forward to seeing what the rally star can do in single-seaters. He is loving this brand new challenge. We'll talk more about that during our broadcast throughout the day, but there is a strong, let's call it local contingent as well. And a driver who's really made a name for himself in supercars in recent time is going open wheel racing.
Yeah, Ryan Wood's making his debut in open wheelers, as you said, Rusty. He was a superstar and will continue to be a superstar in the Supercars Championship in Australia. He has already got a huge fan base here in New Zealand. And if we look at the times from practice yesterday, on debut, topped the time in practice 3 with a 29.7. He is going to be one to watch this weekend. And I know, Ronan, you've spent a lot of time with Ryan. You know him really well. He's going to be quick.
Yeah, it doesn't come to a surprise. It doesn't come as a surprise to a lot of us that know him well. And he's obviously in great shape, very, very focused and determined. And we saw what he could do last year in the Supercars Championship, and he's just proving it once again. So wait and see how it goes today. It was only Friday and Thursday the last couple of days, so there's no points on offer for those days. But going forward today, it's going to be really interesting to see how he goes.
Just to expand on the point that both of you have made, we have just pinpointed a couple of names to watch, but really this field in 2026 is stacked with rising stars that have come from all different areas of motorsport, and picking a winner, picking the person that's going to grab the first pole of the season is an enormously difficult task. What about those returning for another crack at it? Over our shoulder, Sebastian Manson and Zach Schooler as well, who did a fantastic job, runner-up in the championship last year.
Yeah, he was a bit of a surprise, I think, for a lot of us last year. You know, he came in a little bit unheard of in a sense, and he came in, did an incredible job, and really, actually, you know, at times really pushed Arvid Lindblad, who we now know is in Formula 1, or making his debut this year.
All right, so the cars roll out of pit lane. All sorts of stories to cover in this, and to call all of the action, we're delighted to be joined by Andrew Waite, and alongside him for 2026, a commentator that you will know from the Bathurst 12-hour, Formula 1 in Australia, and a whole lot more. But it all started his commentary career in single-seaters. Richard Craill, welcome.
With you upstairs here at Hampton Downs. Wadey, you've raced in these cars, you've had success in these cars. This field, though, for the 21st season of Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania, it's about as good as it's ever been.
It is seriously good this year. I can't think of a year that has been better than this year with how competitive it is. You go through the field, we talked yesterday, just, you know, who are the favourites? And you sort of start listing nearly half the field of who are the favourites who can actually take this out. So it is a super competitive field. I cannot wait for this qualifying. I'm excited for it. Bring it on.
There are two drivers that have taken a lot of the headlines coming into this weekend. One of them, Rihanna touched on, is Ryan Wood, who was awesome yesterday. The other one is the two-time World Rally Champion, Kalle Rovanperä. And you and I were walking up and down the lane this morning, just getting to know the names and numbers and colours of this very good-looking racing field. And we stood there outside the high-tech garage where the Finn was getting ready to go, and you were like, it's really cool that he's here. it's an amazing thing to experience, and it might take some time for him to get towards the front of the field, but the fact he is here at all, there he is on screen, is remarkable.
Yeah, don't underestimate the challenge that he's got ahead of him. It's a massive, massive challenge, and he's ready for it. It's a big thing to take it on, and as I was saying before, this championship this year, it is the most competitive it's ever been. So he's got a massive learning curve ahead of him, but you're not two-time World Rally Champion for no reason. So if anyone's going to pull it together and make it happen and see some podiums by the end of the year, it's going to be Castrol Rovanperä.
And I love rally drivers who get into wings and slicks open wheelers and go, oh, I've got grip and downforce and traction. I've never had this before in my life. It's a cool thing to see. Qualifying in CTFROT, as we'll refer to it throughout the season. Well, it's fast, it's furious, it's a 15-minute session. The grid for race 1 is set by the quickest lap achieved in this qualifying session. Race 2, we flip the top 8 from race 1 results. And then the grid for race 3 chops and changes that from a qualifying session tomorrow morning as well. Talk me through how this session is going to play out, though, because this isn't a session where you'll go out, smash a lap, and then put the thing in pit lane. There's a build to this process. Yeah,
there really is. Due to this tyre, the Pirelli tyre, it creates a really great form of racing, because it's not like most tyres that you get where you sort of get a peak of the tyre on a lap about 3 or 4, and then from there it's about coming in, bleeding in. This tyre here, the Pirelli, it's awesome. It just keeps building and building and building and getting better and better lap by lap. So these drivers, for the first half of the session, you'll just be seeing them getting their eye in. The phase-in point of this tyre is super important as well. You can't go out and thrash the tyre early. You can't make it lose traction. You just want to build the temperature nicely. It's the tyre prep is very, very important to get that right. So you can see them doing it at that moment, swerving around and building at temperature.
Great crowd building here at the Hampton Downs International Circuit. This is a fabulous racetrack. It's challenging. It's got a little bit of everything. We're in the northern Waikato region, just over the border south of Auckland. This is a ripper place, though, and it's produced some really good racing in the past.
Yeah, it certainly has. It's especially that second sector from turn 2 onwards all the way up to turn 7. It is a super, super tricky section of the track, and that's where a lot of the lap time is going to be made. And there's quite a lot of elevation here as well, 10 metres, especially once you leave turn 8 down to turn 9. It's quite a big drop down there, and a really important corner to get the exit off there as well as you head towards turn number 10.
Chatting to some of the drivers and engineers yesterday, where people were struggling were turn 6 and 7, the affectionately known double Bs here at Hampton Downs. A lot of brake lock-ups, a lot of understeer, which is when the front doesn't want to turn into the corner, and a lot of struggle getting out of that corner as well into turn 8. That one was proving more challenging than anywhere else on this circuit yesterday.
Yeah, and just to highlight that corner even more, so it's got everything you don't want in a corner. It's blind on entry, it's super fast, it's off camber in the middle, and right when you want to load the car back up, it's super bumpy as well. So it's everything you don't want in a corner, but that's why it's named the Double B, and at the same time, it's the same for every driver. So it's one of those corners, you either love it or you hate it. I personally love the corner because it's such a challenge. It's a tough one, but to get the car right through there, it's hard to be consistent through a corner like that.
Ugo Uchukwu is on screen now in car number 4, the American driver from New York who has had a lot of success in Formula Regional cars. So if you're new to Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania, this is a global category. The same car that you race here is the same car you can race in the United States, in America, across Asia. So the skills are transferable, and then you build your experience with each championship you go through. And this is one of the drivers, A, the tallest driver on the grid, and it's amazing he fits in these cars. B, he's one with perhaps more experience than a lot of other drivers in the field. So he's one we've got circled in pencil. It's not in pen, so it's not permanent, because that's how competitive this field is. He's one that we're watching pretty closely, and he's been in the top 5 or 6 throughout the practice session so far.
Yeah, he has. He's always been up there, and he's certainly super fast. As you can see this double B corner there, see the bumps on the way in, and through this middle part there, you can sort of see his hands moving. So that oversteer actually happened from when he hit the bump. It actually sort of, because the steering is so heavy in those cars, it actually flicked the steering out of his hands a little bit and then caused a bit of oversteer on exit. So that's just how much force is going through these cars.
He's currently quickest with a 1:34.5, but there's still plenty of lap time gain. As Andrew Waite touched on, that it takes a building process to get into your business in qualifying in CTFROT. So For reference, the quickest pole position time here at the equivalent round last season was Arvid Lindblad in the Sunday qualifying session, 1 minute 27.74. Woody did a 29.7 in practice yesterday, but it was hot here yesterday and there was lots of bright sunshine on the racetrack. Overcast conditions, not so much UV in the circuit today. 22 degrees at the moment, gentle breeze coming across from the west here at Hampton Downs. These are, if you're ordering up qualifying condition, this is about what you'd like to have.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is with that overcast sort of style of conditions. It certainly produces a bit more lap time, cools the track off a little bit, and allows the tyres to work a bit better.
Car number 40 is Ryan Wood, Supercars race winner last year. In fact, his first podium in the championship came at Topor, just down the road, where we'll see round 2 at the Giltrap Group Historic Grand Prix in 7 days' time. A winner in the championship last year, a finals contender. He was the man of the moment in the final round in a lot of respects. His teammate Chaz Mostert ended up winning the championship. But we have all been in awe of how quickly this young guy has got up to speed in wings and slicks open wheelers. He has never raced a Formula car in his very brief racing career. So this has been awesome to watch so far, and he is on the money already.
Yeah, doing a fantastic job. And like Ronan said earlier on, it is no surprise. He's a super talented driver. It's to being adaptable like that, being able to jump in all sorts of different cars. He's been doing a lot of GT3 racing as well in the last year as well. So he's getting used to that high aero sort of style of car, which certainly makes it a bit easier. But in a car like this, you've got no anti-lock brake systems or no aids around traction control or anything as well. So it's the hardest thing for him to get used to in this situation is actually around the braking, because it's such a different style of braking technique. Because as you're going down the straight, you're getting more and more aero the faster the car's going. It's pushing the car to the ground harder. So that initial brake, you can press the brake really, really hard.
1 minute 29.61 for Ryan Wood, quickest time of the weekend so far. So Wood goes to the top. He bumped young Brit Freddie Slater off in car number 22nd. He's very highly rated. Jin Nakamura, the Japanese driver, goes to second place at a 29.6. In 2 of the 3 practice sessions, 30 minutes apiece, held yesterday, the top 3 drivers were covered by less than 100th of a second. So that is what we're going to expect. Right now, it's 0.01 between Wood and Nakamura, with Slater next, Louis Sharp in 6th, and Kanato Lee, the second of the 2 Japanese drivers on the grid, in 5th place at the moment. That's not where they're going to finish, though. It will chop and change as the weekend goes on.
Yeah, this is already quicker than we've seen all weekend so far, down into the mid-29s. We're going to be, I reckon, down into the 28s by the time this session really builds. So they'll be getting to the point now where we're sort of getting just over halfway through the session, where they'll be getting the absolute most out of the tyre for this first heat cycle, and then what we'll probably see is a few of them back off for a lap, let the tyres recover a little bit, and then they'll go again. So the tyres will be pressured for that, and looking back to last year, that's how a lot of it did happen as well. So they'll be looking back at those notes of how the fastest laps happened, so they'll be prepped ready for a bit of a cool down and a bit of a go again soon.
Yuga Shukwa goes quickest again, 0.3 of a second with a 29.2. So your prediction of a 1 minute 28 is definitely looking accurate. Ryan Wood back to second. We were following car 27, Freddie Slater. Just a little banker lap there, not an improvement. He sits in 4th place. He's the Formula Regional European champion of last year, and that is the strongest FR championship in the world. Though this one would give it a bit of a shake, I would have thought, this year, with the depth of grid we've got. 8 tenths covering first down to Zach Scholar in 11th position at the moment. Kalle Rovanperä is 12th, by the way, at 1 minute 30.3. A lot of fans from Finland watching on the live stream, we understand. So welcome to you if you're watching from Jyväskylä, his hometown, home of the Thousand Lakes Rally in that beautiful part of the world. Please let us know in the comments section as well. But he is on the money. 30.3 for Kalle, 2-time World Rally champion, is going strong. 4 minutes to go. We're yet to see the best of the lap times in qualifying number 1. The Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania. Yuga Shukwa is quickest, Ryan Wood second, Jin Nakamura third. But there's more to come from this as Louis Sharp goes into the final corner.
Just sort of get the sense that it was all starting to bruise. You see a few of them backing off a little bit now, letting their tyres recover a bit. And with only 3 minutes, so it's 1 minute 30 to do a lap around here, somewhere around that region. So they're going to have a chance to do 2 more laps if they cool down now. And I reckon that's where we're going to really see the lap times start to tumble. As even David? He's sitting there in 11th position, doing a fantastic job as well. Beautiful livery on that car.
18 years of age, the first Sri Lankan to race in the championship in its 21-year history. And when we talk about Sri Lankans coming to New Zealand, we're usually talking about the cricket side that takes on the Black Caps. Fast young man, really impressive guy. He was out meeting the fans this morning in the grid walk. He was the only driver doing that, interestingly, out of the 19, meeting and greeting, having photos taken. Lovely young man, really well spoken. He spent a lot of his young life in Singapore, where he grows up, now calls the UAE home. He's off to run FIA Formula 3 this year on the F1 program with the AIX team, and he is on a pretty good lap. Currently sits in 11th position in car number 21 for Kiwi Motorsport, but on an improvement here, could jump himself up inside the top 10. He did point out that he made his car as bright as he possibly could, the national colours of Sri Lanka, but also to help us out upstairs to pick him out from this pack, a lot of whom have gone the carbon fibre look in this year's season, I've noticed. David across the line, no improvement. That was a 1 minute 30.1. It matched his best lap time in the session, but did not improve on it. He remains in 11th position, but with a green final sector. So this could be the push lap. 2 minutes to go. Yugashuku's still on top by 0.2 of a second over Ryan Wood. And in fact, he just goes quicker again with a 1 minute 29.26. Freddie Slater goes up to second position now, the young Brit. Wood back to third.
As we're just starting to see those lap times come down a little bit more. You can see Ryan's last time was a 1:32, so he's about 3 seconds slower than his quickest. So that's that cool down, letting everything to recover. And then this lap here, Ryan will be absolutely on it. We saw how fast he was yesterday. He was nearly 3/10 quicker than the rest of the field. So I expect a big lap here from Ryan coming up.
And traffic from Yugashuku behind Trevor Tourette, who is an absolute rookie in these cars. Comes out of the United States, and Skip Barber Racing. So he is the least experienced of this field in 19th place. So a delay from Hugo there is going to cost him a little bit of time in that technical middle sector. 70 seconds to go. Qualifying one. Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania. Slater's in the mix. Ryan Wood's there as well. Jin Nakamura, the Japanese drivers have been going very strong all weekend. They've been quietly impressive for high tech. And Hugo's got out of that lap, so he has bailed and will get one more opportunity to go around again. Just hearing car number 14 got his last lap deleted. Cooper Shipman, the American driver.
Yeah, so that's crossing the blend line up over the start-finish line. So you're going to go around that up over the straight, because if you cut it, he ends up shortening the track as such, so your lap time is a bit quicker. Right there, on that line to the right-hand side, so you cannot touch that at any stage. So Hugo Shukwo come across the line, no better this lap, so he's done a little bit of a cool down. So this is his last opportunity. Can he go any quicker to cement that P1 pole position?
Everyone on their final lap now. Slater and Wood have just crossed the line, so they're a corner and a half behind car number 4. So Hugo's going to be the first one to get to the line. Current margin 0.1 of a second. Freddie Slater in second, Ryan Wood in third. And chops and changes. Louis Sharp goes up to second place. Great lap from Louis. The young Kiwi flying early. Freddie Slater back to third position. And Kanato Lee goes up to fourth place. Checkered flag is flying. If you're on a lap now, it's all you've got. And here's the young Brit, highly rated coming into this.
Louis Sharp comes up a little bit there as well, into position number 2. Freddie Slater, he is in third place as well. So this is the last lap. The time is out. So when they cross the start-finish line now, that will be the end of the session.
Hugo Yugashuku is going to be the first one to get to the line to complete his session. He's currently on provisional pole. Louis Sharp in second, Freddie Slater in third. Who gets the first pole position in the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Trophy? Final corner.
Super important corner to make sure you get a run, because it's uphill from there. So you're trying to get on the gas as early as you possibly can. As it come across the start-finish line, Freddie Slater, can he go any quicker?
The margins are so close, Andrew. Louis Sharp is 0.007 of a second behind, and no improvement from Slater. It looks like Ryan Wood's going to finish this one in 5th position, so a third row start for the young Kiwi. But provisional pole, we wait all the cars to cross the line. but it looks like the American. He lives in the New York State, 18 years of age, and for M2 competition, Hugo Ugashukwu is going to get pole position for the first race in Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania by the massive margin of 0.007 of a second.
That is super, super tight. The M2 competition boys, they're pretty happy about that one. Louis Sharp from MTech, he's split the two of them. Freddie Slater in the same garage as Ugashukwu, so yeah, those boys are super fast, but great job by Louis Sharp there as well. Ryan Wood is down there in fifth place. Probably not quite the result he was after his effort yesterday, but I tell you what, it could have gone any way with just how competitive it has been building into this qualifying session.
Do you feel like that's just an experience in this car, on this tyre, to get the most out of it on a new tyre in qualifying?
Yeah, it really is. It's about knowing the car, knowing the tyre, how to prep it correctly, how it's feeling. Do I do a cool down now? It's about maximising all those sort of things. So that experience certainly plays a part.
Have a look at the margins on the right-hand screen in our Allied Petroleum Hampton Downs International results. What a job from Ugo. He's on pole position. Louis Sharp in second. Freddie Slater third from the UK. Kanato Lee, that is impressive at a 1:29.4 in front of Ryan Wood and Jin Nakamura, who will be on the third row of the grid. Zach Scholar, runner-up in the championship last year out of 7th. Aussie James Wharton out of 8th. Yevan David 9th. He improved right at the end of that session. Ernesto Rivera and Wampu Tsui round out the 11 cars over the page. So a second down to Calais Rovanpera, who will start his first CTFROT race in 16th position, but only 1 second away from the outright pole. Cooper Shipman, Ricardo Baptista and Trevor Latouret behind it. But the American has the first pole position. M2 competition have the first pole position, and that was a great lap.
Yeah, it certainly was. I don't think that'll be the last of that graphic we'll see this season with Ugashukwu there on pole position. So I'm sure he's pretty happy with that one, taking his time to get out of the car. It's always nice to get that first run on the board before everyone else getting that pole position. It's super, super important.
Let's go down to Allied Petroleum Victory Lane, hear from our top 3 qualifiers with Greg Rust.
Richard, thank you. Drivers getting out of their cars. That was an exciting session. A little bit of sun came out, poked through the clouds toward the end of that qualifying session, and some of us in the lane wondering whether it may have taken just the sting out of the track, but lots to debrief from that. Ugashukwu is here. We'll just wait for him to grab his helmet off. We'll get the presentation underway shortly. Congratulations. That is a superb performance. Nice way to open the account here in New Zealand.
Yeah, great way to start my campaign here in New Zealand. Yeah, it's been a good couple of days. Pace has been good, so I was pretty confident coming into quali, knowing I just had to put a good lap together. And yeah, the whole quali we were quick, always at the front, so I just had to keep chipping away and try to go faster and faster as the session went on.
How important were those previous 2 days that you've alluded to, the testing on Thursday, practice yesterday, to giving you that car underneath you for qualifying then?
Yeah, definitely was really important. Obviously, first time at the track, so had to learn everything about it, get the grips with the car again and stuff. But no, we worked well the last 2 days to put us in the best possible position for today's qualifying session.
Congratulations, nice start. We'll get the presentation to you shortly. We're going to wander over to the wall here where both Louis Sharp and Freddie Slater are standing by. Well, I think it was 7 thousandths of a second in the end. Man, you gave it your all, didn't you?
Yeah, I definitely tried. I had 2 laps, probably I think within 200ths of pole, so it was a shame not either one of them was quite enough. But no, massive thank you to the team, MTech. I think this is a really good way to start the year.
Where on earth could you have possibly found that around Hampton Downs?
To be honest, there's still a little bit out there everywhere. I think as a driver, you know, you're never perfect. So there's more I can do. So no, we have to look at some data with the team and see where we can make the gap.
Let's go to third now for M2 competition as well. Freddie Slater, welcome. Do you feel a little disappointed, or did you think you had a little more in the pocket perhaps going into that?
No, I think we kind of expected it to be very close, and which it was. We had a few moments out there which weren't optimal, but no, obviously a good way to start the season and a good way to start, so I look forward to the race later. Just
share what you can when you talk about those moments. What was it that maybe got away from you a little?
Yeah, the track's super bumpy, so there's never the perfect lap. There never will be around here. So it's just the little fine margins that obviously cost a lot. And also the tyres get quite hot here as well, especially through the first, second sector. And then when you get to the hairpins with the traction, it becomes quite difficult. So no, I think some things to work on for the race and see if we can improve, and then see what we can do for Q2 tomorrow.
Well done. Third is rock solid. Nice way to start things here in New Zealand. We are about to get the presentation underway. Qualifying for the opening round of the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Trophy. The trophy's to be presented by Josh Greenland, the category manager for CTFROT, and he delivers the trophy for P1 to the driver from the United States M2 competition, Ugo Ugashuwu. Well done. First pole of the year. And we will wrap things up here now live on YouTube. Getting the congratulations from M2 competition, 2 of their drivers in the top 3. Louis Sharp with M-Tech, of course, going second fastest in qualifying here today. We're going to grab a break as far as our coverage is concerned. We will be back on air at midday New Zealand time. So if you're watching on YouTube, we invite you to join us then. And if you're watching in Australia, of course, Fox Sports and KO is the place to go. Here in New Zealand, it's with our great friends live and local on Sky Sports New Zealand. For the team, we'll catch you at midday. Bye for now.